let's quickly go over to George, who's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, go on, George.
Evening, George.
Hello, guys. Great shows as always.
Thank you, mate. You've got to be pleased with Chelsea this season.
I'm a regular caller. You probably recognise my voice. There's a couple of things I want to just pick up before I move on to my beloved Super Chelsea. The first thing, what that caller was just saying about Man United, people might say it's not my place to say, but I'm a football fan. I like, all football. I love it. They're a long way off Man United. I always Man United like with a big, burly striker up front or banging goals left, right, and centre. They just look lackless at the moment. And anything that comes, it makes me laugh. Anything that comes out of Portugal, that the press stick this. Oh, it's the next Jose Mourinho on it. And it's not like that. Jose Mourinho was a completely different breed. He was cut from a different cloth to other managers. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on to Chelsea. Everyone keeps on looking at Arsenal, right? Let's just get one thing right. The table doesn't lie. We are above Arsenal. Might be on goal difference, but we're above them. Okay. I think when you look at our squad, you look at our team, you look at Maresca, what he's brought a togetherness. He knows his best 11. We've got depth in that squad. We've got big, big depth. We've got talent. And I think we'll be pushing. Now, Liverpool, what I saw today when I watched it, my wife's not happy with me because that's all I do is just watch football. So, like, when I watched Liverpool today, to be honest with you, hand on heart,
they didn't play well today.
They got a wobble coming up. Southampton gifted that to them. They gifted them. And Southampton...
But I also think Liverpool have got two massive games this week, and sometimes when I used to look at my team, if there was a big game coming up, I always think they got one eye on that maybe, and I think they did today. I think they just weren't quite at it. So I take your criticism of their performance today on that. Going back to you, you've been terrific. There's no doubt about that. And when I talk about Chelsea here, what about Jackson? By the way, he's a revelation this year, isn't he?
Well, Jackson, another show that was on, Darren bet me for charity that Solanke would score more goals than Jackson and Nkuku this season. Well, I think he's going to owe me a bit of money at the end of the season. Well, charity of my choice. But a couple of weeks ago when I came on, Alan, and we were just leaving Liverpool, and we'd lost 1-0, obviously, and we spoke, and you said, because I said Chelsea will be pushing. Chelsea will finish in that top half, if not push all the way. I really strongly believe that. But you said to me you think we'd come above Villa, we'd come above Newcastle, we'd come above Tottenham. How do you feel now about that?
Yeah, I still see Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal above you at the moment. I do. And I think Arsenal have got less points than I expected, and I think they're going to be strong. Particularly now everyone's coming back from fitness. Maguire obviously made a massive difference yesterday. So I still think that the ingrained ability and knowledge of them three teams where they are in the last 2 or 3 years are just above Chelsea, and I think that'll tell. But I'm open for it to be wrong. No, and I have been wrong many times before. So George, we'll see.
Brilliant, cool. Thank you very much. A very excited Chelsea fan there.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Because Chelsea, do look like they've got all the sort of
ingredients.
Yeah, and they got the tools. They got the manager looks like comfortable, doesn't he? Doesn't look like he's sort of, some managers you look at and they look like they're straining in the job a little bit, but he's definitely not straining. He's relaxed and, his team's playing well. Yeah, good, they're in good shape, Chelsea. Yeah,
but again, I think injuries will play a massive part in that. And I don't know if you saw it yesterday, Cole Palmer was getting kicked to pieces.
He did get that tackle on him, but indeed it was it. I can't remember. It was a terrible tackle.
My old head of year from school, big Chelsea fan, John Clarfey, his name.
Big John.
Big John. And
don't mess with John.
Don't mess with John, trust me. He said, look, topic 1 for discussion, Cole Palmer must be protected by referees because he was getting kicked to pieces yesterday. And I'll tell you what, if he ends up getting injured, when he's not in that side, if he's not playing well, Chelsea don't play well.
Well, unfortunately for Palmer, he's going to get, this sort of attention. I think I mentioned it on 2 or 3 shows before, that he's coming into a different criteria now. He's going to be man-marked. He's going to be really pressurised. And he is going to take heavy tackles. Like all the great players, they have to go through that process. Salah has to go through it. Messi has to go through it. Maradona, Grealish, they all have to go through that. And you have to. And once players respect that you can handle it, then it kind of calms down a little bit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.